Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey, what's up? Ghost Host 22 here. Yeah, yesterday, something came up and I had to, on Saturday, something came up and I had to, plan throughout that. Let's see here. Today is Sunday, or it was Sunday. Tomorrow for Monday, I'll be doing both San Andreas and LA Noir with the next case, which is the driver's seat. So, yeah. Anyway, let's start this part 3, shall we? Press the cross button to start. Ghost Host 22 at 45%. Let's see here. Bonuses. That's the timeline where everything is in chronological order. Awards. Finish Andover. Finish Whitehaven after Andover. Finish Bexhill. Finish Whitehaven after Bexhill. The Marshall Mustache. Cat's Eye. Falcon's Eye. Neuron Synopsis. Rustic Confessional. Romantic Confessional. Four-Leaf Clover. Purring Tomcat. Single Gear, Double Gear, Newspaper, and that's it. Ego points 216 out of 600. Progress 45%. Play. Have you seen the reconstructions and the bonuses? You will be able to watch a reconstruction. Okay, so this is where we last left off. So, let's see here. Examine the crime scene. Victim, a retired doctor specializing in throat and lung conditions. Sir Carmichael Clark in Charleston. Okay. There we go. Let's see. He has a cut throat. His throat is cut.
Sir Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional murder.
Huh. Professional murder. What's this?
The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush.
Moves further from the bush. What was that? Oh, that was nothing. Oh, there's 2 out of 4. What's this? Looks like a shoe print. Footprint.
Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises.
Huh. Information added. About 60 years old, in Charleston, Sir Carmichael Clark, a retired doctor specializing in throat and lung conditions. So that wasn't a footprint. Let's see here, what else do we have? Oh, the ABC book. Great Central Railway official. ABC timetable. An original tale told in the train by Tatler. Huh. Greenhouse heating apparatus. Bacondale and Company Ltd. Regulations. Laneley and Bell of Towie Railways. And that sounds like a goat. Laneley, Landelia, Londonderry, and Aluminum. There's blood.
An ABC guide. The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time.
Huh. Okay, let's see what's over here.
Jap has emptied the victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth.
What's this? Looks like a book. Or no, a wallet.
Nothing appears to be missing from this wallet.
Nope. The passport was in there too. Along with his, money. What's this then? A key? What's this a key to?
It is pointless.
Pointless. Those keys could probably go to something though. What is this? A pocket watch? Yep.
An oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
Huh. On which it was fastened. What's this? Oh, it's a ring.
A signet ring, very probably with the Clark family's coat of arms.
Huh. See what this is.
The vegetation behind the bush has been trampled.
So somebody was there. And what about this bush?
The body is just in front of a bush. One of the only bushes in the surrounding area. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What was Sir Carmichael's position when he was killed? The body was found in front of the only bush in the surrounding area. Possibly to hide him. Yeah, the body was found in front of the only bush in the surrounding area, possibly to hide him. And then his neck was cut. There is a wound with a clear outline. And then the zone soiled with blood covers a conical shaped area which extends away from the bush. Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush.
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut the throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Did Sir Carmichael see his murderer? Deduction by Hercule Poirot. The victim had his back to the bush. Yeah, the victim had his back to the bush. And that's a goat. The victim only had 1 wound. And trampled grass behind the bush. So, whoever killed him was sitting there. Sir Carmichael died without seeing who struck him. So it could have been anybody.
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing.
The murder was carefully planned.
The killer has prepared his crime very carefully.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
The murder was very violent.
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken to the victim's family, Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
Victim, Sir Carmichael Clark, about 60 years old, in Charleston, a retired doctor specializing in throat and lung conditions, and he got his throat cut. His throat was cut while he was out on his daily walk. Huh. Question the victim's brother.
I had better go up to campsite. This place is very calming.
Picturesque rock. A rabbit hole. Wild flowers.
The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening.
Wild flowers. Have you seen the 50 awards to unlock? They're in the bonuses.
To be honest, this inspector seems rather obtuse. I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer. Ah, here he is now. Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Parrot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest.
Thora Gray, 27 years old, in Charleston, Sir Carmichael Clark's assistant. Franklin Clark, about 40 years old, in Charleston, Sir Carmichael Clark's younger brother. Huh.
Hastings does not like very hot tea. He's going to blow on his cup for a good while before drinking. Everybody is absorbed in their cup of tea. Let us take advantage of the opportunity to observe them discreetly. It is now the right time. There is something very viril about him.
Well-fastened necktie. Broad shoulders.
There is something very viril about him.
Tanned complexion.
Franklin Clark is an adventurer, the sort of man that women like. There is something elegant about her.
Understated makeup. Old brooch. Old brooch.
She's focused on a cup. Let us take advantage of this to observe her more closely.
Well-tailored and very classical style blouse.
She has good taste, except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
Please excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
Hmm. 27 years old and 40 years old. Okay. Both of them are suspects.
It is now the right time.
Okay. Let's see here.
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
Be understanding.
Of course, I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
Sincere. Point out that Thora is a suspect.
Everybody, including Miss Grey?
What are you insinuating? Thor would never. I mean, Miss Grey is above all suspicion. You're quite wrong, I'm absolutely certain.
What were you doing last night?
After dinner, I went to my bedroom. At 11 in the evening, the telephone rang. It was the police. I went to look for my brother.
Ask what his favorite book is.
Was it your favorite novel?
The Railway Children by Edith Nesbit. I know it's a children's book, but it's enthralling.
So it was you who found the body?
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house.
Miss Clark.
Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
But, Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
I take full responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming.
Okay. See what this is.
It is an emperor. His place at the center of the table is probably symbolic.
Okay. What's this?
A turtle.
What's this?
A crane?
What's this?
A dragon.
Oh, a dragon. That's where she was sitting at. What's this?
A tiger.
Huh. What's this?
Comside's private collection. Purchases since 1920. The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's collection.
Suspect, Franklin Clark. He didn't know his brother to have any enemies. Huh. Inspect the lounge. What's this?
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme.
thinking.
Turtle, the dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
Yeah, on the table.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table. The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table. I think I heard a bang. Could it be this cupboard? This is interesting.
What's this?
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comside Churston, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan.
What's this?
These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
Here's Miss Grey.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
Indeed, mademoiselle. This porcelain is remarkable. Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries old, I believe. Wait, let me find the reference.
Suspect. She is an orphan. Thora Gray. Question Thora Gray.
It is not the right time. She appears to be very flustered.
bright eyes. Partially removed lipstick. Quick breath.
She's unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
Here? Teapot with Black Dragon, Gangshi period, end of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colours.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
Acquired while working with Sir Carmichael. I used to help him manage his collection and choose his new acquisitions.
Ask if he gave her gifts.
And sometimes, he used to give you a piece as a gift. Is that right?
Gift? What do you mean?
Her medallion. Mention her medallion.
I am referring to your medallion.
But that's absurd. Sir Carmichael never gave me any such thing.
Have you seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No. Nobody has been near Comside.
Ask for her version of the facts.
Tell me what happened last night.
After dinner? Well, I did some sewing and then I went to bed. I was woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns and they found the body.
Ask if she is in a relationship with Franklin.
Am I right thinking that something is going on between you and Franklin?
How dare you ask me such a question?
She's angry. Ask for confirmation that she kissed Franklin.
Mademoiselle, it is difficult to hide things from me. He kissed you earlier, did he not?
My goodness, with Sir Carmichael's death I was feeling so awful, so worried. I was unable to resist.
I am not judging you, mademoiselle.
Miss Gray, if I may be so bold, please do not take offence. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all he wants is to find the murderer.
Yes, I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Earlier, you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin Clark kissing Miss Gray at the foot of the stairs.
Do you think this is a common occurrence?
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Well done, mon ami. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been active and strong.
The murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the scene.
Have you seen the reconstruction and the bonuses you will be able to watch?
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush.
Okay. Let's see here. Wait.
The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
Admire Carmichael.
Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it.
Attack from the left or attack from the right? Attack from the right.
The killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass.
And then he cuts his throat.
Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat. He then lays down the ABC before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Have you seen the 50 awards?
Oh, just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes. Indeed I have.
Have you seen the papers? And to think that you might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that. Mr. Kirst, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning and my head feels heavy. It's ever since the war, you know. Since my injury, my head has never been the same.
Huh.
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years. I looked for a gift to thank you, and I found this propelling pencil.
An authentic collector's item. You spoil me, mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. There is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man. Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon. We must prepare ourselves.
I should take advantage of the silence to examine them.
You've just got a modifiable object. To modify an object, select it in your inventory, then observe it by pressing the triangle button and then pressing the R1. Okay. Sir Carmichael's assistant. Pencil mustache, trophy ironed. She cares for Lady Clark, and she regularly administers her morphine. Suspect Franklin Clark. He has feelings for Dora Gray.
Donald is always on edge.
Hey bro, did you just text me? Oh yeah, I was telling you that I'm still gonna be up for a little bit. Shaving cut. Dark
Leave me alone.
circles. Dark circles. Tense hands.
Donald Fraser is very nervous at the moment, even if he's trying hard to control himself.
Okay, bro. Be right back. I'm gonna save your number. Oh, okay. Let's see here.
She appears to have taken more care with her appearance than the last time.
Earring. Okay, I'm back. I saved your number. Oh, thank you. Looking at Donald.
Mr. Poirot, I don't like being stared at. If you have something to say, would you please say it to me?
Necklace.
She's looking at Mr. Fraser out of the corner of her eye. Did she make herself beautiful for him?
I just woke up. I had a panic attack. I've been waking up cause anxiety. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Stevie. No problem, bro. Let's see here. Arthur.
I ought to concentrate on my guests. Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is. Something that's unique to people who travel.
Cool game, laughing out loud. She's looking at him weird, laughing out loud. Ooh.
The song says, "Sometimes I love a blonde who comes from Eden by way of Sweden. But I am not sure that this blonde is an angel."
Now let's see about this other one.
Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. That's what the song says. I wish to thank you all for coming. I wanted to bring everyone close to the victims here in order to unmask the murderer.
Get to the point, Mr. Poirot. What do you want from us?
Ask Megan the reason for this meeting. If it was me, I would feel uncomfortable if she was looking at me, laughing out loud. Oh, boy. Ask Megan the reason for this meeting.
You are an intelligent woman, Mademoiselle Barnard, and I'm sure that you have already understood my intentions.
You think that if we put our heads together, we might come up with something new?
I am convinced of it. What I ask is that you search your memories. The murderer must have left some trace.
Yes, he must have prepared his crimes very carefully.
Tout à fait. He did not get to Bexhill at midnight in order to strangle a young girl whose name by chance starts with B.
Must we go into that?
I would be like, why are you looking at me? Stop looking at me already. Agree that the subject creates a feeling of discomfort.
No, of course. Not if it makes you uncomfortable.
Come on, Mr. Poirot. I imagine we all feel terribly uncomfortable about these murders.
It's true. We've to catch the killer, not be spared the gory details.
Mr. Fraser, please get a grip on yourself.
Well, I want to help you, but I don't remember anything else. Nothing I haven't already said.
And you, Mademoiselle Barnard? Did your sister say if she was seeing another man?
She never would have told me.
Let's see here. Ask Megan why Betty didn't say anything.
Why would she hide the fact from you?
Betty Betty knew I didn't approve of her behavior. Her flirting was spoiling any chance she might have had.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what did you talk about with your sister?
Silly things. Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother bought her a brand new pair. The day it happened, she was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Your sister used to sing, I believe. Did she ever perform in public?
She dreamt about it, but she had a very bad cough. It troubled her greatly. She had to cancel auditions and miss lots of opportunities. A pity.
Yes, she sang well, but that doesn't tell us much about the murderer.
Qui sait? In any case, we now have enough information to draw up a relatively precise psychological profile. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, is the killer clever? Indeed, let us look again at this murder, if you please. You will see that the murderer carried it out to perfection. Huh. Observation by Hercule Poirot. Clever. Is the killer sure of himself? Is the killer sure of himself? Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold. Declaration by Captain Hastings. Self-confident. I wonder who it is, laughing out loud. Let's see here. Is the killer a seducer? Ooh, a seducer. Well, let me see here. Thinking about the beach. Yes, where is that at? The man seduced Betty before taking her to the beach, where he strangled her. He is seducer. Does the killer like trains? Right here, a passenger timetable. Maybe the murderer likes trains. That one would be... yeah. Likes trains. Is the killer impulsive? Let's see here. Is the killer impulsive? The killer is methodical and prepares his crime meticulously. He never forgets to leave his intriguing signature behind. He's cold. Is the killer generous? Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser, but by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure that he is accused. In a way, it is very generous of him. This one. Generous.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can now surmise without too much risk of error that our adversary is calculative, sure of himself, a seducer of outstanding intelligence, that he has plenty of self-control, and that he likes railways. It's a good start. Other meetings may be necessary. I hope that you will be able to come back again.
Well, it's just that...
It's just that what? Ask Mary what is bothering her.
Is something bothering you, Mary?
Well, Mr. Poirot, you see, I don't know if I can come to London just like that.
It's normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Starting with you, Miss Drower. Please allow me to pay for your train tickets.
Oh, sir, I cannot accept.
But you must. Mademoiselle, I may not be rich, but my brother left a fortune which will be mine.
Mr. Clark, that's very generous of you.
Well, someone has to foot the bill. Mr. Poirot, would it be possible for you to come back to Devon? Lady Clark has expressed a wish to see you. We'll adjust her medicine so she'll not be too drowsy.
But of course, I shall come the day after tomorrow if it is convenient. Thank you all for coming. We will meet again soon. The meeting was most fruitful.
Really?
Hastings, I believe now we have everything we need to find a common point between the victims. Now it is time for us to use our grey matter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What do the victims have in common? Mrs. Asher took a cough medicine. Betty had problems with her voice. Sir Carmichael Clark was a famous retired doctor. All the victims suffered from throat afflictions.
The first two victims suffered from bad throat, and that was precisely the specialty of the third victim, Dr. Clark.
We have a lead.
It would pay to take a closer look at the medical records of Dr. Clark's patients.
We'll do so during our next visit to Churston.
I will do it myself, mon ami. You must remain in London just in case ABC sends us another letter.
Very well, as you wish.
Collect ego points by acting in the same way as Hercule Poirot.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Poirot. Lady Clark is waiting for you in her bedroom on the first floor. Please excuse me, I cannot stay for the interview. I've to take Miss Grey to the station to see our lawyer in Torquay.
Ask if Thora is leaving her job.
Are you leaving Tristan for good?
Miss Grey very kindly stayed with me to settle my brother's affairs. But naturally, she prefers to find a position in London.
Ah, très bien.
I'll be absent all morning, Mr. Poirot, but the nurse is coming soon. She's to ensure that the dose of medicine doesn't make our patient drowsy.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Have a nice trip, mademoiselle.
Notebook suspect, Thora Gray. She is sensitive to Franklin Clark's charms. Notebook suspect, Franklin